I just saw the new Star Trek movie, and my immediate impression was explosions. So many explosions. On further inspection, there was actually some sort of movie going on during these explosions that didn't really seem too important. But those explosions, man, I have not found myself so caught up in special effects since Jurassic World. Alright, let's talk about some of the other parts of the film besides the amazing explosions. So, the plot was this vague story about an evil alien guy wanting to blow up the Federation because of an old grudge. Pretty standard plot line, but honestly Nemesis did it better, and that's a pretty sad statement in of itself. Of course, Kirk and crew get caught up in it all and manage to defeat everyone with all of the gusto of James Bond. Which, as cool as it is to see all of the explosions, it's kinda the core problem of the film at the same time. Star Trek is supposed to be a franchise about diplomacy and unity, and while this film mentions those words a couple of times, it couldn't be farther away from those core ideals of the Star Trek universe. For 99% of this film, there is little to no dialogue, and any of the dialogue that occurs is under extreme duress. Where are my long monologues from the captain? Where are the long speeches between two warring parties deciding whether or not to broker peace? Those are the things that I associate with Star Trek, not explosions. That's never been the point of Star Trek. The undercurrents of unity and understanding are replaced by violence and rash action. In the first film of this franchise, they managed to strike a way better balance of action and drama. I really felt like in the first, you got a good amount of new Star Trek action along with the old references to the Star Trek world of diplomacy and understanding. But it's all gone. It's just all gone. In this film, you don't follow any other characters except for Kirk, and when you follow Kirk, he doesn't really do anything. I mean, you see Kirk have this kind of emotional breakdown where he can't decide whether or not he wants to stay in Starfleet or not because he's not sure why he's there. And then at the end of the movie, he's like, alright, I'm gonna stay in Starfleet, fuck it. And you're just, what? Alright. But there's no character development, nothing, no one, nothing happens. Everybody is just the same old cliche, and I mean, they're fun characters. I love seeing Scotty going, oh, nah, Captain, there's no way we can make it work. It's impossible, I say. But fuck, I mean, he's just doing that the entire franchise. You gotta grow him up a little bit. You gotta put him in more difficult situations with anybody. But that's not what this movie is. I enjoyed watching a lot of the scenes in this movie, but I never cared about what anyone was doing in the scene. I enjoyed seeing a space station the size of New York, but I really didn't give a shit why they were there. When the Enterprise gets attacked, that was cool, that was intense, I love that scene. I would watch this movie again just for that scene. But I didn't care about the crew, I wasn't worried that anyone was gonna die, I didn't care. That's the problem. This movie fails to give you a reason to care about any of the cast, and it fails to stay true to the core content, and both of those things are really hard to forgive. So let's break it down. At the end of the day, this movie is hella entertaining, but there's no real meat to it. As enjoyable as that 90s rock and incredibly solid action sequences may be, that alone can't make a great film. The characters and the plot of this film are rudimentary at best and pandering at worst. Of the movies I've seen recently, I enjoyed this one the most, but only because of that glorious eye candy. If that's all you want out of this film, you'll leave happy. But if you wanted something that pays closer attention to the human aspect of Star Trek, you're probably going to be right pissed off after this one. So, for me, it's a solid 6.5 out of 10. I love me some explosions, but goddamn was this a stupid movie. So that was my review on Star Trek Beyond. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I wouldn't say it was a terrible movie, and honestly I did enjoy it a lot. It's just, it was so dumb. It's hard for me to give it a good rating when they just didn't put anything else into it, which is a real shame. What do you guys think out there? Did you enjoy the J.J. Abrams series? Did you enjoy the first movie, second, third? Because personally I thought the first movie was good. A lot of people hate it because it doesn't have the same feel. Where do you fall? Do you feel that the first one was good, that the whole franchise was good, that it's all terrible? What do you think? I'd love to hear what you think and respond back to you. And one other question for you guys, what's your opinion of the new style that I'm doing for this, for the video format, where I have the background image? Do you like that? Do you not like that? Do you prefer the trailer footage? Do the still images throw you off? I'd love to know what you think, get a little bit of feedback. And as always, if you enjoyed what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe below. See you guys.